Okay, so this is the latest project I found to take up my precious time with. I've been after a new 9-speed cassette for my touring bike, and what I want to do is sort of maximise the gear capacity of the mech, and the difference in chainring size at the front only leaves me with about a 21 tooth difference at the back to work with. This is due to sort of the limitations of the derailleur, if you like. I don't want to get into buying a whole new derailleur and all that kind of stuff. So what I've actually been after is a 13 to 34 9-speed cassette, and surprise surprise, nobody does one as far as I know. So what I decided to do instead is the time-honored old method of customizing one by swapping a few cogs around. So what you can see here is a 9-speed 11 to 30 I've got from a popular online retailer. If my local bike shop's watching, I had a gift token, okay? So what I want to do with this is take off the top two. You can see there at the bottom of the screen it says 11, 12, 14, etc. So I want to take off the 11 and 12 and stick a 13 top cog on there. And if you're mathematically minded, you'll realise that only leaves me with 8 speeds. And what I then want to do is take a 34 bottom cog and stick that on the bottom. So that gives me a nice, neat, reasonably close ratios at the bottom end, unlike what you're about to see, which is the classic mega range cassette. You can see there that goes all the way from 26 to 34 at the bottom end. I don't really want that. You know, this is as much for the middle ring as the granny ring. I want some nice even gaps. So this is the donor cassette, if you like. Now, I know you're going to start shouting, you can't use 8-speed cogs. I'm only going to use the bottom one. It's about 0.2 of a mil thicker, I think. So I think I'll get away with it. Obviously, you know, you can't run 8-speed spacings on 9-speed. You can't really mix them. But for a single cog, I'm going to try and get away with it. I've got another cassette here, which is another sort of donor part-use cassette. And all I want from this is the notice that's a 10-speed, so I really am going for the mix and match approach here, but all I want off that really is the 13 tooth, and you notice that's not actually the top cog, that's the second from top cog. And what I've got there is actually a lock ring from a centre lock disc brake. Apparently they're the same size, and I'm going to go with that. That is the right size for the 13. You can't use a lock ring off an 11 tooth on a 13 because it just falls through the middle. So the next step is to drill through these pesky rivets that are holding the thing together. And once you've done that, all the cogs fall apart. Those rivets don't actually make any difference in service, if you like. They're just there to hold the thing together for sort of assembly and, you know, presentation in the shop, I guess. And that's, you know, you can run the cassette without having those rivets in. So I'm going to drill them out, and then rearrange all my cogs into the cassette that I wanted. I've got to emphasise that, you know, obviously if I had been able to find one of these, it's easier just to go and pay somebody 25 quid, 30 quid or whatever, but that size just doesn't appear to exist, so hence all this messing about. So here's the finished article. You can see top cog 13 tooth there, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 23, 26, 30 and 34. That's that big mega range cog on the bottom there, and I'm sure I'll come to appreciate that sooner or later. There you go.